Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Anissa Julia Patha. Now I will explain the material for one semester in the theory of translation studies. The first material is translation studies. What is translation studies? Argout history, written and spoken translation have played a crucial role in interhuman communication, not least in providing access to important texts for scholarship and religious purposes. Yet, the study of translation as an academic subject has only begun in the past 60 years. In the translation studies, there is the affiliate branch concurrence. Is translation training, teaching method, testing techniques, curriculum design, translation aids such as dictionaries, grammars, and information technology, and then translation criticism, the evaluation of translation, including the marking of student translation and the reviews of published translation. And the summary of translation studies is translation studies is an academic research area that has expanded explosively in recent years. Translation was primarily studied as a language learning methodology or as part of communicative literature, translation workshop, and contrastive linguistic courses, but the discipline, as we know, it owes much to the work of James S. Holmes, whose name and nature of translation studies provides both a name and a structure for the field. And material number 2 is translation. Translation for the professional translator is a constant learning cycle that moves through the stages of its need of cross-references, experience, and judgment with the real world, and habit, a forward of action, and with an experience through the stages of application, guesswork, indication, opportunity building, and dedication, rules, law, theories. And the subtle of translation process, there are experience and habits. Experience, especially phrase, novel, even shocking experience, the experience of taking something familiar apart and seeing how it was put together, is in most ways the opposite of habit, even though in another form, process, repeat, and sublimate. It is very soft of habit in material that habit is made from. And habit, translators need habit in order to speed up the translation process and make it more enjoyable, but they also need new experience to increase it and complicate it, slow it down, and again to make it more enjoyable. Number 3. Types of translation. There are 5 types of translation, and number 1 is dynamic translation. Dynamic translation is also called Aspire translation. Nababan 2003. In the process of translation, the meaning from source language is conveyed by using the natural expression in the target language. Number 2, pragmatic translation. Pragmatic translation focuses in the accuracy of the information conveyed by SL. You can read, for example. Number 3, aesthetic poetic translation. This type of translation focuses on the aspect of aesthetic feelings and emotion. We can find aesthetic poetic translation in the translation of literary works. You can read, for example. Number 4, ethnography translation. The purpose of this type of translation is to explain the cultural context of SL and TL. Translators must be able to consider the different use of words which have similar forms and meaning in one language. They need to find the equivalent words in the TL to be able to describe a limit cultural problem in the SL. Number 5 is linguistic translation. Linguistic translation is a translation that only contains only linguistic information implied in the SL that is made explicit in the TL Nababan 2003. The material number 4 is translation method. A translation method refers to the way of particular translation process that is carried out in terms of the translator objective. Molina and Alvear 2002. Example, a global option that affects the whole text. In translation method, there is short text. In short text, there are word-for-word translation, literal translation, faithful translation, and semantic translation. And the second target text, there are adaptation, free translation, idiomatic translation, and communicative translation. And material number 5 is translation techniques. In translation techniques, there are direct techniques and indirect techniques. Direct techniques, there are borrowing, calque, and literal. In indirect techniques, there are transposition, modulation, compensation, adaptation, description, discursive creation, typical equivalence, generalization, particularization, reduction, substitution, and variation. And number 6, translation procedure. Translation procedure is the stage of activities to complete translation. Procedure is strategies used by interpreters to solve problems in the translation process based on the translator's own goals. Translation procedures are suggesting shift of meaning, naturalization, contextualization, and not making equivalence. And number 7 is literal translation. In fact, literal translation is correct and must not be avoided if it curses referential and pragmatic equivalence to the original. There are varieties of close translation, translation of poetry, faithful and flash friends, words in their context, elegant variation, big translation text, spec translation, constraints on literal translation, natural translation, recreative translation, literary translation, the subtext, the notion of the non-equivalent word, and the role of context. And the material number 8 is the other translation procedures. Translation procedures, they are direct and indirect. Direct, transparency, naturalization, and true translation. Indirect, cultural equivalence, reduction and expansion, functional equivalence, descriptive equivalence, paraphrase, synonym, compensation, equivalence, and adaptation. And translation procedures too. There are modulation, component analysis, and shift transposition. Other translation procedures: note additional glosses, couplet, recognized translation, and translation label. And the last material is translation and culture. Culture. The definition of culture is the way of life and its manifestations that are peculiar to a community that uses a particular language as its means of expression. And general consideration, the thing that translator should consider in translating cultural words. There are motivation, cultural specialists, relation text to the topic, and linguistic levels of readership. And cultural categories are ecology, material culture, social culture, organization, and gesture and habits. Okay, that's all from me. I'm really apologize for my mistake. Thank you and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.